How does moral relativism reveal unchallenged assumptions? Imagine thinking your way of judging right and wrong is the only way, and everyone else is just wrong or misguided. That's what many people believe without realizing it. Moral relativism helps us see that many of these beliefs are actually based on assumptions we don't question. It shows that what we think is right or wrong often depends on where we come from, like our culture or the time we live in. For example, some societies see certain practices as normal, while others see them as wrong. Moral relativism points out that these differences are not just random but rooted in different cultural norms. It challenges the idea that there is one universal moral truth that applies to everyone, everywhere, all the time. Instead, it suggests that morality is more like a set of rules that change depending on the group or era. There are different ways moral relativism shows these assumptions. One is called descriptive moral relativism, which simply states that different cultures have different moral codes. This fact alone questions the idea that morality is the same across all societies. Another is meta-ethical moral relativism, which says that moral truths are not absolute but depend on the perspective from which they are judged. This challenges the belief that moral claims can be true or false in a universal way. Then there is normative moral relativism, which argues that because no moral system is better than another, societies should accept and tolerate each other's moral differences. This idea questions the assumption that it is always right to judge or criticize other cultures based on our own standards. By pointing out these differences and perspectives, moral relativism makes us think about why we believe what we do. It asks whether our moral beliefs are truly justified or just a product of our cultural environment. It encourages us to see that many moral judgments are based on unexamined ideas about what is natural or right, which may not be shared by everyone. This approach also makes us aware of the limits in our ability to judge other moral systems. If all moral views are shaped by culture, then criticizing others becomes more complicated. It reveals that many ethical debates are based on assumptions that we rarely question, like the idea that there must be some shared standard of morality. In the end, moral relativism helps us realize that our moral beliefs are often influenced by where we come from and the time we live in. It pushes us to think more carefully about the foundations of our ethical ideas and to recognize that moral diversity is more common than we might have thought.